and present to you our thoughts on redefining hotel luxury with varied perspectives built around spaces meant for work, stay, and socialize. We'll begin with our namesake, Abhishek. Very warm welcome to rainy Mumbai. We are glad you were able to make the drive out today.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Today's luxury guests expect more than a premium room. How is Conrad Pune creating experiences that blend business, leisure, some of us call that pleasure, wellness, and social interaction all under one roof?
Yeah, great question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be here on this panel with some brilliant co-panelists. As you rightly mentioned, the expectations are evolving, ever-changing. And now our guests are getting more and more discerning. And, Hilton as a company on a global scale, they commission a trend study every year. And as per 2025 report, now more and more guests are not looking just for a place to stay, but a destination where they can do multiple things in a given time span that they have at their disposal. JLL did a survey recently where they found that almost 73% of their respondents are looking for a multi-purpose destination, where it's not just business, but all the other things that you just mentioned. 63% of them, 69% actually to be precise, are willing to pay a premium for that. And that is where our market is. And over the last 10 years at Conrad in Pune, we have been trying to rejuvenate, reconceptualize this guest journey from start to finish, to cover all of these aspirations that they carry today. So Conrad worldwide has a concept called Conrad 135, where we try and curate experiences given a time capsule of 1 hour, 3 hour, and 5 hours, where primarily 1 and 3 hours are covered on property doing multiple activities that guests would be interested in. And for a 5-hour journey, we take them out to the destination and blend in a luxury hotel experience with local flavor. So whatever be the interest, our concierge team is ready to curate that experience. We also do a F&B focused concept called Conrad Curates, which is the art of experiential dining, and where we showcase our restaurants that our guests would be interested in, whether it is Italian, Pan-Asian, and we create a dining experience with storytelling. Okay. So we do work with local food historians. We bring them on board. Of course, it's all curated, done with prior reservations, etc. But we add value. And that is what we're trying to create at Conrad Pune for this new age, aware, discerning, and at times even demanding customer.
Now, fantastic. You spoke about the Conrad Global initiative of experiences on 135 hours, right? Interestingly, we did something similar. While I wasn't personally aware of this particular brand initiative of Conrad, but we did something similar at the Courtyard hotels in South Asia. And the timelines we looked at were 30, 60, and 90 minutes. It's a busy business hotel, it's a bustling lobby. So, everyone will probably only have a 30 or a 60 or a 90-minute window. If I'm not mistaken, we partnered with Chef Ranveer Barar on that particular initiative, and we had great feedback coming in from that as well. So yeah, with different hotels, different target group, PG, like the restaurant industry spoke about. Interesting. Rajiv, Abhishek mentioned that they bring in local historians to create the storytelling, equation in the overall dining, right? You have led the opening of 2 distinct luxury brands in the neighborhood, the Fairmont and the Morgan's Original, Roswyn. How do you balance the global brand standards of both the brands, at the same time creating experiences which are local, right? And they merge very well to meet the expectations of your target group?
Great. First of all, it's great to be here and between everybody. In a very short span of time, within last 1 year, Fairmont Mumbai is on at the first address in Mumbai, right at the international airport. And now we have opened 3 months ago Roswyn, which is the first lifestyle hotel of NS More in India. And many people actually don't know about NS More and what this hotel is all about. These are very, the original brand is Morgan's Original, right? Which are original hotels with original stories, very boutique, very lifestyle, very closed, very personalized, only suite hotel in city, 80 square meter room, very design oriented, but more than that, it's very F&B oriented.
Sorry, I heard the word maximalist somewhere.
Yeah.
I read about it somewhere.
Yeah, so, we have two amazing food and beverage concepts there. We brought Filia from Dubai and Miami, right? It's a beautiful Italian restaurant. Filia in Italian language means daughter. And this has a story of 3 generations. So you have a nonna cuisine, the mother cuisine, and a daughter cuisine. So we're getting 3 generations of food there. But it's a very design-oriented restaurant. It does not make you feel like you are in today's era. It takes you back to Paris and Persian streets, and very, very small integrities of detail from food. Ingredients play such an important story in that hotel, and Filia is a concept led by all the ladies, right? So as much as if you go, we want to make full team as chefs are ladies and servers are ladies, and so it's a very amazing concept which gives us a very distinct things. Then we opened a bar from London, Black Lacquer, right? It's a Japanese speakeasy listening bar. So we are not going to the digital music, we are going back into the vinyls. We've got 600 vinyls in that bar. It's a speakeasy inside. And last Saturday we did our first bar night, and we had 700 guests from Mumbai, right? So we did over 30 lakh sale in one evening, which is fantastic, right? So I think so a lot to come from the whole cluster of Fairmont and Roswyn. You'll see we've got 9 restaurants, very different F&B. Now you see all these concepts are coming from different countries around the world. NS More, we know, have top restaurants from Paris Society to GG's of the world. But now we are in Mumbai, right? We cannot just do what Miami does and what Dubai does. We have to do it for our Mumbai audience. We have to do for our Indian audience. So yeah, there was a bridge which was supposed to be made from a menu perspective, from a, the Atithi Devo Bhava, what we offer, you cannot get it in outside, right? So it's all about understanding needs of a customer, keeping the profile of your restaurants and bar and F&B around the world and bringing to Mumbai. So yeah, I invite everybody, come and experience that. It's very different.
So you have been able to localize the experience to a certain extent by making those tweaks in the menu, the food offering, and the ingredients.
I give you example like Filia, right? Filia is very particular about the menu it serves around the world. So there was in the concept no minestrone in the menu, right? And then you go to Italian restaurant, if you don't have minestrone, again, people think about it. But again, you have to flex a little bit to understand the needs. McDonald's also come to India when they came. They have aloo tikki burger, right? You cannot do it without having, these menus into that, because otherwise you have empty restaurants. But keeping in mind the way it is done into the provinces of Italy, and I promise you in coming, time you will see, we are going to bring Dadimas and Nanimas of different estates of different province of Italy into Filia, and they are going to make their dishes to the Mumbai palate. So it's a matter of time. You will see a lot coming from that hotel. I must share within a very short span of time with it, 5 restaurants at Fairmont and 3 now coming at Roswyn. We are almost touching 8 to 9 crores a month, right? Only restaurant revenue. Our vision is to cross that 10 crore part, which gives us 120 crores only restaurant revenue, which is for hotels unheard of, right? We hoteliers always take our restaurants as a service to the hotel, right? But in Fairmont and Roswyn, we don't think like that. I've got a separate marketing team, separate social media team, separate selling team, total separate from what hotel does. So we got department within the department to optimize. I'm saying, look at bastions of the world, they're doing brilliant, right? So we are trying to do something different in the food and beverage space in Mumbai. And like I said, I look forward to welcome all.
That's very interesting. Separate teams doing everything they can to personalize the local client's experience and not just the residents, right? Lovely. Devi, you've been in the role where you oversee multiple hotel openings across brands, across countries for some time now. What are the biggest shifts that you're seeing in how luxury hotels are designed to meet the needs of modern traveler? And when I say modern traveler, we of course take into consideration the Gen Z, right? Something all of us are working our ways around presently. So what are those trends that you're seeing evolving in luxury travel design of luxury hotels?
That's a great question, and good evening, everyone. It's fantastic to interact with the fraternity and to go through the stalls that have been put up with so much effort, and being on the panel with such distinguished general managers, Rajiv and Abhishek, and of course my predecessor, Abhishek. So for design for the modern traveler, I would put it into three broad buckets, Abhishek. The first shift is the design element in stillness and quiet luxury. In the last 30 to 40 years, we've seen a transition where we've grown up seeing hotels which are very opulent, very out there, large chandeliers, high pile carpets, and it's all about ornate architecture with, of course, Indian and Western artistry, as you know. From traditional hotels, the shift has largely been to keeping the design element of the chandelier complemented with biophilic design. So you will see a lot of natural lighting, you'll see a lot of water features, greenery, and that's the element every luxury hotel is now bringing into designs across brands, as we've noticed. I think that's a brilliant shift. The second bucket would be wellness, like you rightly mentioned. Across brands, everyone's adapted to the need of the customer they are targeting. So while you may have a 135, you may have a 30, 60, 90, but wellness, we've all talked about it for years now, about it being a multi-trillion dollar market, and where there are various sectors that have come together to make guests actually incorporate wellness into the daily life. So hotels are no exception. Wellness, of course, is here to stay. In fact, of course, longevity is highly spoken about, and luxury hotels are no exception. Fairmont, Mumbai, of course, is leading from the front in the city with the longevity program, which is extremely robust and wholehearted. The idea of luxury hotels is having longevity as a design concept non-negotiable. So that's another design element. The third important bucket is sustainability. We all know that sustainability used broadly is applicable to most sectors, but in hotels where financials and budgets are key, especially in select and premium segments, the journey is a little longer because the idea is to make it more affordable in terms of sustainability. But for luxury, it is non-negotiable. So these are the three design elements which are key. It could be efficient energy systems, it could be organic waste composters, lighting, recycling of waste, and so on. So that's the nutshell change in design here.
Interesting. You spoke about the first point where two designs from different worlds are merging, right? And I have two quick examples. One from Rajiv's hotel, of course. You enter the Fairmont Art Deco lobby, and then you are walked into an elevator, and suddenly you're in a maximalist Morgan's original hotel, right? So that is absolutely, one of the key trends, right? I also remember being called in as a last-minute replacement for facilitating the opening of the Edition Hotel in Singapore. And since I wasn't a part of the project from the beginning, I didn't have much idea of the layout of the lobby, and we got there. And it's a stunning hotel. And within a minute of being in the lobby, we said something really is missing. And no one really told what it was, right? And we kept thinking about it all day long. And then somewhere at 11 p.m., a big lorry rolled into the hotel porch. And there the entire greens and all of that started coming. And by next morning, it looked like a different hotel altogether. You spoke about the chandeliers merging with the lobby foliage, right? So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Devi. Abhishek, back with you. Food and beverage is of course a differentiator amongst hotels. A lot of guests nowadays select the hotels they like to stay in basis the food and beverage offering. It's not just about the rooms, as Rajiv mentioned earlier, as it used to be, right? Back in the day, and F&B was a service provider to the rooms. It's not the case anymore. We all know that. How are you at the Conrad Pune using your culinary experiences and destination dining? And Pune has a bit of a culinary history of its own to drive occupancy for rooms as well as local footfalls.
So, Conrad Pune has the biggest F&B operation in the city. We have 7 dining options. So, F&B contributes to almost 50% of total hotel revenue. It's a big deal for us. And
it's a big number for
that's a big number. And for a city like Pune, it only demonstrates how important dining as a lifestyle is for the city folks. And being in the heart of Pune in Koregaon Park, you are literally in the backyard of all the original OG billionaires of the city. So we are much loved and frequented by them. They are our regulars. And with 7 outlets, there's so much variety. Basically one option every day of the week, literally. And that's what we are thriving on. The way we approach this current situation is because now we are in the 10th years of our operation. We look at F&B as the reason why people should come to us. And what we do through marketing, Google, SEOs, etc., we drive in the first timers. And then we try and capture them so that they come back to stay or get their friends, relatives who are visiting Pune to meet them, book with us. And we have seen this thing growing. Now we've got, in 10 years' time, we've got people who got married back in 2015-16 period, who are on their baby moon, doing some of their celebration, 10-year anniversary. They are coming back here in smaller groups. And the reason why they come back is not just the physical product, it's the dining experience that they had while they were staying the first time. Even our catering food in our ballrooms, etc. is, I take pride in the fact that this is rated highly up there as compared to our competitors in the market. So F&B for us is a key differentiator, and we have to leverage the skill that we have. We have chefs coming in on an exchange program from Conrad in Seoul, Tokyo, Abu Dhabi, Singapore, and we bring in that expertise to give variety on a recurring basis to our regulars, whether staying or in the city. And we are basically basking in the glory of that F&B reputation that we have built for ourselves.
Oh, fantastic. 7 restaurants, busy catering, families coming back to enjoy food as much as the product. I think that's the key here, right? Rajiv, luxury today is defined by experiences and not just opulence alone, as Devi pointed out a short while ago. What are those design and service elements that you believe will shape the next generation of luxury design, luxury hospitality?
No, you're right. We all are looking into or working towards not only the generation of the past, but the future. Look at our kids coming, right? I have 2 monkeys, 2 daughters. I see them always in iPad and things, right? We were a pen and paper generation, and they are the non-pen and paper generation. Absolutely, it's all gone, right? So digitalization is very, very important part of food and beverage today, and like what we are trying to do difference in our food and beverages. We've got 9 restaurants. Every hotel has 1 page for Instagram, 1 website for hotel, 1 digital marketing strategies. We have actually 12 in our hotel. So 9 restaurants, 9 Instagram pages, 9 digital marketing strategies, 9 food and beverage calendars. Each restaurant have its own 12 months calendar, what we're going to do. Separate, I think so, one of the biggest food and beverage marketing team in the country. I have 12 people managing only food and beverage.
It's like a sales team of a regular hotel, right?
But this is only at the back end doing work. We've got 3 in-house photographers, 3 digital guys. Instead of having agencies, we have no agencies with us. Everything is done in-house. You're capturing your right thing and you're posting and, planning for future. And that's what we have put in there. Banqueting, huge part, right, for experience point of view. We've got 75,000 square feet of banqueting. We're crossing 150 CR banqueting this year. But I promise you, give me another year and a half, we're going to cross 300. Outdoor catering, I have not come to Mumbai market yet. So the good thing is what makes today's hotel different than hotels which were being, all hotels and groups are good. So take example of Mumbai market, right? Grand Hyatt, St. Regis, Taj, JW National, brilliant hotels, right? They were established there. But these hotels were made 10, 12, 15, 20 years ago. The infrastructure at the back, what I have and what our, all beautiful hotels have is totally separate, right? I call my hotel as an engineering marvel. We have 3 metro lines going below our hotel. We're floating on 9,000 springs. The AQI of our hotel never crosses 30. We are the first hotel in the country where 98% of kitchens are electric. The whole world in the last 3 months were running behind gas. I was a GM having a cup of coffee. Easy way, right? I don't need to run. So I was so lucky. So our ownership and Accor has envisioned this. You see a cruise liner which is there on the waters, carries 3,000 passengers. Everything is electric. We are the first cruise liner hotel on Mother Earth. Everything is electric in my hotel. We got 28 cold rooms. It's mind-blowing. So I recommend for future hoteliers, for companies who are building hotels, should come once, look at our heart of house. When we do our visit of sales calls for or show rounds of the hotel, we just don't take it in the front of the house. We take them out of the house. Come on, see what
Makes all the difference.
So all these things make the hotels of future from the backbone when it's given. Give you a simple things on banqueting. I was GM at Fairmont, Jaipur 5 years, right? The amount of luxury top line weddings what I've done, I don't think so the hotel in the country has done. We brought that expertise to Mumbai. I promise you, in 1 or 1.5 years from now, we are changing the game of Mumbai. Mumbai is never known for destination weddings. We have done 6 weddings from Dubai in my hotel. There are 3-4 big weddings coming up. So fashion shows, music, weddings, MICE, global conferences, we are bringing next to the international airport. When I came to Mumbai 3 years ago, people said, oh, you're opening another airport hotel. I said, I'm not opening an airport hotel. We are opening Fairmont and Roswyn. We are going to bring hoteliering to a different level.
Absolutely. I recall some of these things that you just mentioned, learning about these from you last time we met. And my tour of your heart of the house is still pending. I think we should make it happen sometime soon. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that, Rajiv. Devi, back to you. Hotel development is accelerating in the country. Of course, there are management contracts, but there are so many franchise hotels also coming up now. What are those amenities and F&B concepts that are standing out and also becoming a non-negotiable at the same time, right? Because a lot of these franchise hotels come in mid-scale sometimes. We are even seeing franchising of luxury brands now. There's a luxury hotel that's going to open at the Delhi airport sometime next year, which is a franchised one, right? So what are those few non-negotiable amenities or F&B concepts which you see are imperative to such projects going ahead?
You're right, Abhishek. With the constant pressure of, the need for developing and getting more rooms count for any brand, the need for quality check for top 5 or top 6 aspects are very critical. I would say first one is a great sleep quality in rooms is a non-negotiable. It has to be the right AC temperature, the right bed and the right linen, irrespective of the brand. And every aspect of linen, whether it's the bed, mattress, box, everything is specified. We just need to make sure that it's on point, no matter what time you open, because you open a hotel only once. The second aspect, we've spoken at length about wellness, but yes, really, it is a great on-point gym. It is a great wellness facility, no matter what the brand is, just enough for the customer to take out that time while they are in their daily rigmarole. The third, of course, Rajiv and Abhishek have emphasized so much on F&B experiences. I truly believe authentic F&B experiences is non-negotiable. You may be a great Italian restaurant, but be that. You want to be a multi-cuisine restaurant in Bangalore, please get your dosa right. Like, it's just simple as that. The hot sambar, really hot. So this is non-negotiable across brands. The fourth would be technology, which is adaptive. Like you rightly mentioned, not everyone likes a touchscreen for curtains. There can be an outdoor collection brand where you just need to register yourself for check-in, but the rest is very flawless, very down to earth. But you may also want a Moxie, which is robotic. So it all depends on the brand really, but tech for sure on point. Lastly, I personally feel we touched on this. Luxury or any hotel culture is depicted by the heart of house, and for the heartists or associates as we call them, it is critical. If we want them to deliver experiences which come to life in front of the guest, we definitely need to look inward at what we are doing for our associates. Very important, right from a developer as well as a hotel organization for them. They are the asset at the end of the day. That's how I bucket it. Thank you.
Very well encapsulated. All right. To the last two questions, we're going to make these two a bit of rapid ones, right? We spoke of a lot of trends over the past 30 minutes or so. Out of the following, which ones do you pick for each one of you as the most important one, which will impact how the industry evolves over the next 5 years? Options being technology, we spoke about that. Wellness, we touched upon that. Sustainability, we spoke about that. And last but not the least, exceptional food and beverage. What's your pick?
You know, I'm a hardcore food and beverage guy. That's how I am what I am today. I feel food and beverage is the most important thing for a hotel. Reason being, take example of Mumbai, right? Fairmont, everybody in the India knew through Jaipur. There was no Fairmont in the country. The reputation was built there. Now, how many people of Mumbai actually check in a hotel? It's not through sleeping in the rooms. It's coming to the dining restaurants, right? So I always say reputation of a hotel is made by food and beverage. And then it converts into a banqueting, maybe a wedding or a business or a room business. So it's food and beverage. That's always my pick.
Okay, perfect. In addition to food and beverage, the other options, Abhishek, just to recap, are technology, wellness, and sustainability, or food and beverage.
So I would also go with food and beverage because for me, the number one thing that will make the difference in the next 5 years is actually the talent, the people. Because it's not on the list, I will pick F&B. But fundamentally, I believe we are entering a phase where talent will define whether you are going to survive or fail, because we are a people business. More so in luxury vertical, technology is nice, but it can never replace the human intelligence, because that's where the key differentiation lies. We need to protect, look after, train, and groom our talent for opportunities and leadership opportunities in future. F&B will remain the key differentiator. In India especially, in fact all of subcontinental India, food is the driver. If food is on point, everything else can be excused.
Absolutely.
So food and beverage is the key. Great beds, fantastic infrastructure, without credible F&B will not be successful. Decent infrastructure, decent accommodation, decent reception, check-in experience, fair amount of technology, great F&B, believe me, your ROI is going to be fantastic.
I hope F&B is not being picked because we're at a restaurant conference and not a hotel one. But no, I hear you.
That's why you have the restaurant conferences.
Yeah.
Because it matters so much.
The reason why I didn't put talent as one of the options is because I personally feel I think talent is already center stage and, or the lack of it, right? But that's left for another day, I guess, right? Okay, Devi, your pick. I'll quickly repeat. Technology, wellness, sustainability, or exceptional food and beverage, and talent, because Abhishek insists we must have it as a part of the 5.
I may not be the majority on the stage, but I'll keep it to one aspect because it's just come up and it's here to stay, and that would be wellness, Abhishek. Purely because of 2 things. One is, none of us are Gen Z, with due respect, but the moment I interact with the kids in the family and people who are teenagers and early 20-year-olds, they're actually far more health conscious than a lot of us are. So typically their lifestyles revolve around their inward wellness, and that includes food and beverage. So they will look for thoughtful, meaningful F&B experiences, which of course is key, but wellness will be here to stay. That's my take. Thank you.
If I may add,
Absolutely.
having spent some time of my career specializing in wellness, having opened ultra-luxury wellness resort in North America, operated hospitality centered on wellness in various other parts of the world, wellness is a new concept here. Though India was the originator of hardcore wellness, but we never really commercialized it. We are learning that trade now. So the future is bright as far as wellness is concerned. But even then, F&B, which is geared for wellness, is again going to be a differentiator.
There you go.
So even when you are running wellness resorts or retreats, F&B is essential even then.
It's essential to wellness. Yeah, in most ways, right? Okay, last one. Quick rapid fire. Name one hotel where you've enjoyed exceptional food and beverage or exceptional wellness facilities. Obviously, it can't be your own hotels right now or where you have been GMs in the past. Devi, same stands for you as well. Please count out all the hotels that you have opened in the last year and a half. You can count in the ones I have opened if you'd like. Okay, Rajiv, which one's yours?
I recently went holiday to Udaipur. I love that city. Raffles Udaipur. Great pick, great restaurant, food, spa is great.
Not fair. Out of the brand.
Out of the brand? I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Okay, Raffles Udaipur it is. Abhishek.
See, my wellness favorite is the Leela in Udaipur.
Sorry?
Wellness centered experience at the Leela Udaipur, Leela Palace, brilliant. And I'm talking back in the days when it was operated by a brand called ISPA from UK. It was really, really high end. Dining wise, I'm a fan of ITC food, and I think I'm biased towards that. Even
ITC is my alma mater as well. So
I'm ex-Obro, ex-Leela. Leela food established, but I think there's something about the consistency which ITC maintains. Hyatt comes very close, but ITC overall in the luxury portfolio is just out of the world. In my
absolutely. The amount of passion ITC puts in behind food is way more than some of us combined. Right? So yeah, absolutely. Devi, your pick.
I recently went to this resort in Srinagar, which I hadn't heard of from anywhere. And this was more by a reference of a person. I happened to go to this place called Kayamgah in Srinagar, which means resting place in Urdu. And I can't tell you the experience is, you cannot describe it in words. It's misty with a view of the Dal Lake where you're disconnected from everything. You have Wi-Fi, but you may choose to not connect. And I must come back to the F&B scene. I'll speak about the wellness piece. You're given an attire to participate in the wellness facilities, and it does make you hungry. So you go back to the kitchen. They don't have a menu, so they ask what you want. And believe me, there were 4 of us ladies, and of course we have our demands. So one wanted, something to cheat with. So Italian, some pasta. They said yes. I wanted chicken curry rice, home-style chicken curry rice. They said yes. Third one wanted an avocado quinoa salad. They said a yes. And they delivered. The F&B was exceptional. The wellness was exceptional. And coupled with that, chai and pakora in the evenings with Sufi songs and tabla performance. Mind-blowing. It's a rare experience.
I loved it how all three of you stayed local and spoke about Indian hotels. I'm going to add mine as well to the list. The breakfast at the Falaknuma Palace in Hyderabad is unmatched globally. Okay, I'm very confident of that. Having experienced that many years ago, I think a few years after the hotel had opened, and I used to work with the Taj then, right? The way they personalize every step from how you start, they take into consideration the wellness aspect of it, how you want to start your day, what's the first thing you consume at breakfast table, how you leave. Like, the only reason we wanted to go back to that hotel and we went as a family was that breakfast experience, which was so memorable. Apart from other things, of course, right? It was so memorable, completely standing out, like all the way.
May I make it tricky with a quick rapid fire impromptu as well, with one quick question?
Why not?
Spoke about hotels. What about a standalone restaurant that you guys went to and loved it? We are keeping it controversy free because we all lead hotels and are with organizations. But what's your take, Abhishek?
My current absolute favorite is this place in Pune called Cobbler and Crew. They are in top 30 bars in the country, and their cocktail program is out of the world, really. But apart from cocktails, their food program is very vibrant, familiar choices, but the way they present, the flavor mix is extraordinary. If you ever go to Pune, try Cobbler and Crew.
That's an honest answer. This was not planned, right? So, Cobbler and Crew, thanks for the recommendation.
I need to come to Pune soon.
Rajiv.
Listen, I don't go out much in Mumbai, right? I'm very honest about it. But I come from Jaipur. That's where I stayed. So if you ever go to Jaipur, go to Jory's. Vegetarian, mind-blowing.
Been there, loved it.
Great experience.
Would go back any day. Absolutely. But we must take you out in Bombay, Rajiv. I come from a vegetarian Punjabi family. I know it's a bit of a cross there. So Burma, it's for me, right? I'm sure all of us have heard of it or eaten there at some point of time. The amount of research, authenticity, the end product, the entire experience, always going back. Yeah. Anything for you, Devi?
For me, I actually have a favorite in Pomodoro. And I have been one of those who's queued up for an hour to get a seat there because they don't take reservations, and I'm totally okay with it. And Mask. I think it's a spectacular experience. It's an indulgence, I would
I
say.
think the founder was on the previous panel. I'm not sure if someone from the Pomodoro team is in the room right now. But yeah, thank you.